right when I'm about to go to sleep. Night night Avast.
Nighty night, Dr. Gothic. Thank you for the tier 1. Hello. Hello. Hello, chat. Degen hours have arrived. I hope you sleep well, though. The Degen hours have arrived. We're gonna have to hopefully not talk too loud, because it's 3 a.m. Central Time. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna see how it goes. But we're here. We're here for the first official T1 co-stream. I don't have the jersey yet, so we're just gonna have to make do with the logo. Have to make do with the logo for now. Auto? No auto. No auto. Though granted, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Soup website because it's mostly in Korean, but I think there's not. I've already selected a thing going on. So are they playing today? They are playing today. In fact, we can go over the schedule today if you so desire. Let's talk about the schedule, and I'll go talk to Avril too, because I'm gonna be doing it with Avril. Holy loud! Stop that. Let's bring this down a bit. Let's go over the schedule. Look at this. We got my logo right there. Is it a nice looking logo? I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Put it just kind of over there for now. You know, there's my T1 logo, looking real good. Looking real good. Hope you're not sleep deprived. No, not yet. We'll see. But I've been adjusting my schedule slowly but surely. But for the matches today, you guys can't see this shit, can you? Let me turn off my camera for a second. See, we got Crazy Raccoon versus Old Ocean. The Old Ocean themselves, the Jehong. Falcons T1. Second match. Banger match, honestly. New Falcons versus new T1. Though T1 is obviously relatively the same, but with Vigilante. And we got Vec versus Zeta. So we have a couple good matches today. New Zeta, get to watch them. It's gonna be fun. Our official dive into full-time watching Korea. How do you play in a coach of T1 games while also working a corporate big boy job? Well, I'm not working a corporate big boy job. I'm not. My current employment is casting Marvel Rivals, T1 co-streaming, and streaming and just content creation in general. So, and then I'm going to school. So I don't actually have to, I'm not doing a corporate big boy job. I'm going back to school and then doing like 3 other small jobs to combine into equivalent of 1 job. But today we're doing specifically for T1 and also for 2 days a week / whatever happens in the playoffs. So it's gonna be a banger. Let me turn off this. Let's take a look at the stream. Look at this Soup. Put it in dark mode. We're gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put myself. But look at this. It looks good. Soup looks pretty good. Now it's on a website no one's really watching, but it's nice. What a lovely time it is. Dude, Europeans, you must be feasting. Europeans and people in Asia, you must be feasting right now. Absolutely feasting. Let me go talk to Avril currently. But yeah, look, they got into night mode. We're chilling. Put that shit in sport mode. Let's see if Avril's in. Avril?
Went to Vision. Oh my god, look at this guy.
I'm on my favorite Soup Cup website.
Learning how to play in real time.
Dude, it's chill, honestly. It's chill. Have you seen my T1 logo, by the way?
No, where's that?
Here, I'll send it to you. It's my favorite rendition of the logo, approved by... I'll just message it to you directly. No, I'll go to group call chat, actually. Group call chat, check in there, Avril. I'll even at you.
At me real quick.
I should have access to that one.
DM me real quick. Give me a DM real quick.
does that not show up for you?
Where did you send it? I don't...
It's in my Discord, in the group call chat. Here, I'll just send it to you via DM. There you go.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Oh god.
It's approved by T1. They approved it. I can use it. Mods, let's get the Gamba going. There's gonna be no mods awake for my stream, so I'm the mod. I'm running it all because everyone's like, damn, why the hell are you still up? How are you doing, Avril, huh? You chilling?
I'm ready, dude. I was waiting for you. I was like, where's brother?
No, I knew. I went. Oh wait, that's not the right channel. I was really funny actually because I turned on your stream for a short time to make sure I'm like, and then he was like, yeah, I don't think he knows. And I'm like, why would he? I definitely do know about the games going on.
You know that there is a stream today. You probably didn't know that it started like 20 minutes early. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I was just using the Wikipedia.
Same. I was around, and I'm like, I'll just get my stream ready, and then I just checked, and it's like, oh shit, Korea's already started. They're already doing stuff. I'm like, all right, like, it's just getting in there.
There we go. Pred started. Fantastic. New model, I'll do it. It'll be fine for the first night. We gotta. We'll see how we go for the first night. Did you? What time is it for you?
It's like nearly 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Ooh, that's a nice time. That's a nice time. What time do you think it is for me?
3 a.m.
Yeah, you'd be right. You'd be right. It is. It is 3 a.m. But I've kind of
friend request real quick.
Where? On where? Twitch?
On Twitch.
On the Twitch television? Let's take a look. Avril wants to collaborate. Well, I see that. It's not a friend's request. That's it. You want to collaborate.
It's a friendly request. Anyway, that's right. We don't have to do anything else with that. Just chill there. Avast works for T1 now, but co-stream with Avril, does it mean he is getting farmed for T1 content? That's what we all do. You know what? And it's shared because when T1 play, we all get to farm T1 for content.
That's true.
So, you know, it's reciprocal.
That's true.
It's all reciprocal at the end of the day.
It's so true. And as they say throughout all the world, T1 fighting. I've heard it's a widespread chant that should be spread more, perhaps. EU heads rise up for Degen hours. So true. So true. Rise up, EU heads. Did Violet retire? No, Violet did not retire. I don't know where you're getting that one from. I
put you up 200%. How do I turn you up further?
I don't.
Is it possible?
That's a great question. I mean, I'm not gonna be talking like. I'm trying not to talk like insanely loud because it's kind of.
I'll try and just volume on my side a little bit.
This is about
the couple things.
I'm gonna be trying to talking around this volume, but I'm sure I'm gonna lose control at one point. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go stupid, and it's gonna bust on out a bit. Did I do my Overwatch fantasy? I haven't done the Overwatch. Didn't Commander X make that shit, or you did partner with someone? You probably did. I haven't actually made my Overwatch fantasy. Have you made yours already, April? Your OW fantasy for free money?
Nope.
I haven't done that yet either. I need to do that, honestly.
What do you mean for free money? What do you mean?
Well, you can win supposedly cash prizes with it, if I remember properly.
From who?
I believe
who's giving cash?
I think it's like the person he developed with, or even Commander X himself. I'm not sure. I'm not totally certain.
Wait. So if I organize a fantasy, I have to pay people out? What is this?
No. This is like I'm on the way. Like there's like it's from. I mean, I'll have to sign up and do it, but I'm pretty sure Commander X tweeted about it, and it's like you can win like the first place of like fantasy points gets like $200 dollars or something. You know, it's not like a lot of money, but there's a couple $100 to like win. Type of situation.
Right, I'm just saying, like, who's paying? Where does that money come from? Like, is there?
I don't know. The dark web. Maybe Commander X farmed it out from there. Like whatever sort of like maybe shady crypto backer that might be doing it. Like who knows what Commander X is farming? It could be just a weed farm. Like I don't know.
Isn't who has a
is 7TV working again? I do not know.
League of Legends.
I'm not sure.
Has a brand new crypto sponsor.
Yes, Riot entered into collaboration, but it's very funny because I don't know if you saw the jokes with that, because the Liquid Valorant got fined for a Coinbase sponsorship on their logo like last year or like earlier this year. It was Coinbase, yes. And they got fined.
Riot have taken a whole sponsor themselves.
Yes. But they got fined at an international event because technically it wasn't approved for like an international event, but they had on their jersey. So like now they're in collaboration with them, but they fined a team for being sponsored by them earlier.
Isn't that just like the TSM situation a couple years back as well? Where TSM was sponsored by FTX, that whole like giant FTX thing before the controversy.
Yes.
And then they were told they weren't allowed an FTX sponsorship, and then straight after they had to dump the FTX sponsorship, Riot took FTX themselves for the entire league.
I found the tweet, by the way. So first place in the Commander X Fantasy website is 150 pounds or euros, I'm assuming. This is euros. Second is 100 and third is 50. So there's a little bit of money. There's a little bit of money to be made. I forgot about these games. I can't stay up. Just become a degenerate like myself.
God, I would love to make money.
This is why I like it.
Cordo Bitcoin. Thank you for the tier 1. It's pounds. It's pounds. Okay, that was pounds, not euros. My bad. This would be pounds. Is that not euro? Is that the euro sign? Yeah, I would love to pound. Guys, I think Old Ocean takes it all. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if Old Ocean's taking it all for his
The
Imagine if old.
the Euro
Imagine if they
symbol
did.
looks like an
Though.
E.
Yeah, that's right. I get it mixed
The
up
pound
sometimes.
symbol looks like the and symbol.
I feel like the pound. Do you think it looks like the and symbol?
The pound symbol does, yeah.
The pound? It looks like a fucked up L. Is this
Maybe
the
like
right?
a beat, like a weird beat.
Pounds
Pound
versus euros. Let me look at the. Do I have like a symbols? He means the ampersand. Well,
Is that what
I
that
mean-
symbol is? The ampersand? Yeah.
I'm looking at the pound symbol. I'm not really getting that, but it's,
Alright,
you know,
fair
I'll
enough.
respect it. I'll respect it. What's up, Tabby? I'm here to support Avast. Thank you. Thank you. Pounds look like they have a flatter bottom line. You know who else has a flatter bottom line? I don't know. I'm gonna come up with that. American companies, perhaps post there. Maybe something like that.
I was about to say, not me, because I do ass workouts. Not me.
So true. Drop the glute routine, King. You know, there's actually something. I don't know if you've ever noticed this phenomenon. You know Van Silly from Valorant, right?
Yeah, I do.
There's something. I feel like there's a very specific little. Wait, I gotta see this. I gotta see how this walkout from Old Ocean first. I gotta see the aura.
Like the loot
Holy
bag.
black t-shirts with a logo. Holy aura.
No logo. They've actually
No
got
logo?
black electric tape. on
Holy
top of
aura.
whatever
Holy
logo they
aura.
have on the t-shirt to cover it up.
Also,
Whatever
holy
logo,
aura.
see?
All on the. They're also all on the plastic chairs that every grandparent throughout the entirety of the world used to sit outside once you're like getting at a family gathering in this event. You notice that one?
Dude, they've
The
had that
plastic
for the whole
chair.
year.
Have they?
They've had it for
I
the
haven't
whole year.
even.
Dude, I've been
I haven't just
commenting on
skipped
that
over.
chair.
I've been skipped over the
like
crowd
6
scenes
months.
every time.
Dude, even look at the guy's back. I don't know who that player is, but even the back, they've like, oh, that's Rouge Hong. They taped over it. Did you see that? They taped over whatever that was.
Why? Why is it because it's not approved? Like, why did they tape over it? What's
It's
the
not
reason?
approved. It's probably some logo that's not approved. Obviously,
Interesting.
so they tape over it.
Do you know Patapan plays Pro Apex now? I did see that. I did see that.
Pajama ass, you know. Who wears that? Who wears a black shirt as pajama?
I'd wear a
Right
black
now.
shirt as pajamas.
I don't wear anything as pajamas.
You're a
Just
naked
saying
guy?
right now.
Are you a naked sleeper?
Once you've experienced it, you can't go back.
I mean, it depends
Once
on the
you sit
day.
naked in the sack, you can't go back. That's what they say.
Depends on the day, but I'm not quite reaching the naked sleeper point though. But I will say my house is pretty warm, so maybe they're wearing hentai shirts. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think they're wearing those. Patty gonna go pro Marvel Rivals next week. That's true. That's true. He'll just go pro Marvel Rivals next week as well. There he is, Pro B. Pro B. Dude, I love these extremely like the way that they have like these nice moving videos for like the player hero shots,
Like Probes,
and they have
you
like
Probes,
Yeah.
his little gesture here. He looks like he's getting head.
well. Who's getting the best? Do you know that meme of like who's getting the best head? Like it's got. No,
Right
I
now
was.
it's Probe for sure.
I
Probe's
was
getting the
I was
best
thinking
head.
more so he was making ears. He was making like
right.
ears, you know, and like he was listening
Okay,
to the
well-
cop to the maybe listening to the, but then, you know
I
that,
only said that because Anime
Yours-
Gamer told me to say that, so that's why I said
oh
that.
well, see the difference is you should never read anything they say in chat. You should not read anything that Anime Gamer Girl types in chat, in my opinion. That's a general ban, an embargo. I didn't say that, by the way. So they're just stealing. Avril just stealing the
You
credit.
see more black tape on the shirts here?
I do see
I want to
that.
go to OWCS Korea and just wear a shirt made of only black tape. You know how they have the modeling of the black tape girls that just but I'm gonna do it, but it's an actual shirt. It's not just gonna be over my naked body. It's gonna be full clothing, but it's just fully made of black
Also,
tape.
hello,
not
Mel.
Full clothing.
Hello, welcome to the time that works for you for stream. It's decent enough. How was your day today, Amron? Did you chill? Or did you have a chill day?
Yeah, I didn't really do anything, so it's kind of.
I had to cast some Marvel Rivals earlier today, so I've gone from that into this. So it's been a bit of a whiplash. Next shirt is just a see-through white shirt. Someone walks up wearing like just like cotton, just like those really luxurious cotton blends that like are essentially mesh. Like that should be a new jersey where we have like the guys that are just like they're just like being real sensual with it. I'm going to be very degen but lurking. Okay, okay. Very nice. You know, I'm not endorsing this, but I will say the Crazy Raccoon sweatshirt does look very comfortable.
Ruining your sleep schedule for the coming year.
It is
Don't
not bad.
forget to have fun.
September 1818. Thank you for the tier 1. Yeah, I've already ruined my sleep schedule, so it's already done. It's already done. So you didn't do much today, huh? You just chilled?
Yeah, I was.
That's fine. That's nothing wrong with that,
my
brother.
ass workout, but I guess I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot to. So I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but I've seen there's like a phenotype of like kind of like very like stout Asian guys with really strong legs. You know what I'm talking about? Like Vansili kind of fits that phenotype. I feel like you kind of get into that phenotype. I don't know your actual leg strength, but I feel like you seem like a guy that would like be, you know, you're a stout Asian guy that seems like he would have strong legs. You know, like I feel like there's a phenotype I've noticed a lot around that. I don't know if you agree with that, or maybe I'm just pulling that out of my ass. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
They're pretty strong. They're pretty strong.
But do you think that's a like a phenotype? You know?
I think that phenotype is, and I say this without having ever met Vansili, so I actually don't know. But I think this phenotype is probably more closer to guys on the average middle height kind of end. I think like my height, it doesn't count as much.
Because also there's that one really famous Korean actor, the guy, he's in like all sorts of like those action movies where he's like, you know who I'm talking about? Is that him?
Yeah.
He's pretty stout. I feel like he's in that.
People say I look like that guy. I think like in 10 years I'll look exactly like that guy.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really see it.
He's broad.
I kind of, yeah, he is very
super
broad. He is very broad. The first guy that made me think of it is Changbin, a K-pop idol. Honestly, that's, well, I mean, you know, I'm gonna look. Also, the interview. The interview is taking me out here. Changbin, K-pop. Let's take a look. Now, generally, when you say a K-pop idol being stout, I'm gonna say doubt. I'm gonna press X to doubt in general.
I'm doubting the stout.
I'm doubting the stout in general. So you're saying this man is stout? You're saying this man is stout?
Like good old beer. Like good old beer. Stout beer.
This man? This man's stout? They killed his stout? Well, they must have killed it real good because I'm not even seeing the traces of it. Like, if so, you generally when someone were to say K-pop idol and stout in the same sentence, I'm like, okay, so we're just lying today. We're lying. Busan, little Busan. All right, well, can you give me a snapshot into? Do you have any advance warning of what our meta is gonna be here?
No clue.
No clue.
I was gonna say
Okay.
it'd be funny if there was zero Freya. If there was zero Freya, it would be hilarious.
They used
I
he
think
used to be
she's
more
a
like a
great
Michelin
hero, but
muscle
then
man.
she just doesn't get played because she's not good enough still.
I have never seen that ever in K-pop as a Michelin muscle man. But
So the whole thing about
I'm gonna take your word
Vansili
on it.
was about his stoutness. I was waiting. I was like, what's this Vansili thing? I was
Wait,
clutching.
what?
I was clutching. The whole thing about Vansili was about the stoutness because I was waiting.
Yeah.
Like, what is the Vansili reference gonna be?
Yeah, it was just about stout because also he posts videos of him doing like squats in his like basement, you know, and he drops mad weight on his squats. Like he does like 400-pound squats for like 3 reps.
Wow. Yeah, I don't do that. I can't do that.
Have we started?
My lower back is like not good. So squats like. I gotta be
Do you see my logo, Swing? Do you see my logo? It's right there. Do you see it? It's in the title. I don't know if there's anything else I need, but the games haven't started. No, I mean T1. No, you're at. What are you talking about? Your ass is like second
On a leg
game,
press
Swing.
where I don't have to like have all this pressure on my lower back. I can do way more.
You know, a lot of people suggested front squats for me a lot, but I'm not really a front squat guy. I'm more of a back squat. This is a tournament or a talkament? I'm in Japan, bro. You're my only connection. Oh, you're in Japan for EVO right now, Swing? In Japan, when we're fucking playing a match right now, everyone boo Swing for not being in Korea right now for the T1 match. Boo. Boo my boss. They're in Japan taking a nice vacation. Just fucking getting out there when and I'll be the one supporting the team for us. It's okay. Let the white guy do a little support for the Korean team, okay? We got this. Dude, Chorong, my goat!
Avast Loki looks like an older Jimmy Neutron. Horse?
I'm not. I could start saying Brain Blast. Could say some Brain Blast. I'm not seeing the Jimmy Neutron though. I'm not seeing that. Other than the fact that I'm white, I'm not seeing the Jimmy Neutron.
You don't have enough forehead. You need way more forehead.
Way more forehead. Way more forehead. I will say, like, if I see some sick plays though, I'm gonna drop Brain Blast though. I'm be like, what a Brain Blast play from fucking Crazy Raccoon or Old Ocean, perhaps. Who's the celebrity lookalike and why is it Jeremy Fragrance? For me, I don't look anything like Jeremy Fragrance. That man looks like the worm from Men in Black. He looks like one of the worm creatures.
That guy looks like he aged into himself. I don't know if I can explain this properly, but in his super early videos, this sounds stupid, but he looked like a younger version of himself. And what I mean by
that does sound really stupid. So I'm interested to hear how you go from there.
What I mean by that is he already looked like what you expect when you see him is I don't know.
I'm listening.
What you expect when you see him is, man, one day he's gonna age into the older version of himself, and now he has. Thoughts on that?
Okay, like he pre-ordered his oldness. He pre-ordered the oldness, like it was already pre-built into the firmware. But I mean, I think that's kind of the same for everyone, unless we die.
No, that's not true. Some people age differently to how you think they're gonna age.
The ball ban, shocking alert! Old Ocean have banned the ball. Freya banned? Ah. So do you think teams are gonna perma-ban Freya, by the way? Or do you think this is just a Crazy Raccoon thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't seen any official gameplay of her yet. Like I've seen like gameplay of people playing her, right? And she seems like solid, honestly. I think she's kind of underrated, like as a hero. But I don't necessarily know if she's gonna be good in, like, she's dominating scrims. Okay, yeah, I feel like because her kit seems pretty strong. Why is Old Ocean first banned? Because in Korea they respect their elders, so they get to get first ban.
Japan Open qualifiers. Maybe Freya is meta. Maybe Freya really is meta. That'd be fun. You like that?
I do look like the character from Flushed Away. That's fair enough. I feel like her ult is the only not top tier part of her kit. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I'm interested to see if she, if she ends up getting more play like in Korea, in North America, and such, because I do feel like her kit's like pretty decent. It sounds like she's dominating scrims, so.
Is she in the Sojourn position? That's what I assume she is.
What is the Sojourn position? Like she's marketing the marketing material for the game, but they never market her?
Like, I guess the hit scan position?
Benzos in milk. Thank you for the prime. What a combo. Very Always Sunny with Philadelphia coded. Haven't watched Overwatch League since season 1. Is Becky still good? This is TBD, Shiro. TBD. It's very TBD.
You said she's broken? All right.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Enjoy your egg. Thoughts on the new Pope? He's American and from Chicago. Let's freaking go. America does it again. Total cultural dominant victory. Even though he hasn't lived in America for most of his life. Okay, so Proby is on a little Sojourn. They have an Ashe. Shocking alert. Here we are in Busan on this particular point.
On this map, actually.
Yeah, I feel like the long range here, like just having the damage, having the Bob, having the dynamite, it's going to be pretty nice. Both teams have a Brigitte. And Becky B sleeping.
What a good.
I mean, Becky's just dead here, right? Oh, not quite. Wait, they're split. Sure, they have peels. Okay, they do.
Collapse on that.
It's fine. It's fine. They just split. I think it's no. Becky gets out. Wait, am I ahead of you? What's your time?
9.
That's how we're the bush thing with you. What? Okay, we are at the same time.
Well,
For some reason, I feel like no, we're at the same time. I feel like our commentary was desynced there. I feel like I was seen further into the future than you. Okay, they're just getting rolled. By the way, Old Ocean are just getting dominated.
if we're ever not on the same time, it'll be a problem because I don't know how to sync on soup. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think, are you on 1440p for quality?
I am.
Okay, good. Okay, good. The T1 logo is
so
covering
clean,
3-player
by the way.
icons. Oh, that's fair.
It's hard
I should
to watch
probably.
anything less than this quality once you've seen this quality.
Where should I put it? Like there. Okay. Yeah, it is a really nice quality. Okay, goodbye, Shu. Proby Bryant. I told you, dude. Proby Bryant. This guy. This fucking guy, dude. He's so good. He's so fucking good. It's such a shame that I feel like he didn't, like, at points live up to the expectations that I think we had in Overwatch League for him. But I feel like he's still so fucking good.
That describes probably
A lot of players. A lot of players. Yeah, a lot of
players,
players.
to be honest, yeah.
That's fair. Definitely not Mag, though. Okay, Jaehong down. I will say it is crazy to see Jaehong playing Juno. It feels like we've taken like a caveman from like 20,000 BC and we've put them into like a modern army and they have an AR-15. I feel like it's absolutely insane to see Jaehong on fucking Juno.
He'll bring the Ana out. I trust. Thurim's already swapped the Winstons. It's only a matter of time. You have the classic off-tank Winston gameplay.
It's like, see, it's like when you're in Civ and you have like the fucking spearmen versus the fucking like musketeers. Alright, Raleigh gets used. Good force from Junbin. Oh, Probe is dead. Oh, goodbye, Proby. Goodbye, Mr. Proby. And they're just gonna look for the barrage here. They're such a bad position as well. Yeah, I mean, they have no space. Well, this is looking like a stomp so far. Is Freya available to be played in OWCS? Yes, right? I believe she's going to be played in all the stages, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, April?
Who, Freya?
Freya, yeah. Because they're just playing live patch, so...
Yeah, on live patch, yeah.
So they should be across the board. Why is Heesang on Crazy Raccoon? I thought the Ultimate picked him up. That would be Heesang. That would actually be his past tense brother.
I can't believe that the Ultimates picked up Heesang, guys.
The Heesang's on Ultimates. It's crazy, yeah. No, he's actually not replacing Kevster. He's replacing... He's actually going to replace another support player. He's replacing another support player, yeah. He's replacing Faith.
Yes, the Flex DPS to main support pipeline. Of course, my favorite pipeline.
The Ryu Jae-Kong. Yeah, I don't think that one's coming out. We need Heesing. That's true. Heesing, Heesang, and Heesung. We need them all. Surely, is Pro going to play a little Widow? I mean, the map's pretty good here. Got a long sightline.
It's gonna be one of those. Usually, you would actually play this comp with a ball. Funnily enough, if you want to go to
but there is no ball. All right, they're doing some TP strats. So they keep Becky.
Anyway,
yeah,
so
Becky swap soldier. All cool. All right, 2 soldiers. They're back. You're already back to your regular sound levels, dude. It's because I'm getting excited. I'm salivating over the thought of T1 playing later. That's what it is. And also to be on Korea time. And to fully be... I haven't been on a DGen schedule since I was probably 19, 20 years old. So this is back to my full-time DGen schedule I haven't had this schedule in literally a decade.
You really are going to be on a full-time DGen schedule.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
For a literal decade, I've not had a schedule like this.
Kivitz just really walked up on lip.
It's fine. That's fine.
1v1.
I like the aura. I like the aura as they donk walk on up and just gonna immediately get far. It's not looking good. Ball is not life. I mean, Ball is definitely not life right now because he's banned. They removed a Ball. Call that Dante. Except Dante kept his balls, I believe. So. I'm right here for Old Ocean. If you're gonna play this Sigma comp, I feel like you're just gonna need to like roll a flank, right? Like, because otherwise, what are you gonna do? You're gonna lose the dives. You need to just like own an angle and then take the fight to point. But they're just getting like rolled. Like they can't do anything. They can't make it out of the choke.
Okay.
Okay, Probe. Mr. Proby. Love how the Dante lore is
bad pick here into the double hit scan.
Well, if you just own literally the entire bit of space, you're just playing Orbital Bombardment Simulator. So there's just nothing they can do for you.
Well, now this is where the fire dies. So
We're chilling. I mean, Jumpman's just gonna go for the primal here. Probably just try to like see if he can force the Suzu. They know they're gonna like. I feel like if they oh, well, he fed. Okay, he actually fed so they're not gonna do that. A Dawn, you removed the wolf. Okay.
Now Shu probably dies there. Nice.
Okay, my shoe, dude, just like me, my shoes, dude. Speaking of shoes dying, I had this pair of Nikes. It was called it was a Pegasus 40 running shoe that I used. Okay, they're rushing. Wait, what the fuck? Before I get into this, they're rushing. Kivas is rushing. What is this? What is this?
Like
What was this ult? What was this ult? What was this ult? What was this ult?
I can just 1v1.
What was this ult? Wait, but it did.
I'm gonna 1v1 lip ultimate. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Wait, but they chased, wasted the Suzu, and just got primaled and died. What the fuck was that? What would I just witness from Old Ocean? Okay, Grandpa, time to get back to bed. These are great hours for an average EU salaryman to watch. Also, hello, Aaron Reading. I wake up. I've been waking up around.
Or did you?
No. I've been awake. I've been awake the whole time because I'm trying to like go to bed like after as my new sleep schedule is like I stay up for Korea then go to bed, essentially.
So what time do you go to bed then? If you.
I'm gonna be looking to go to bed between 6 to 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually not as bad as I thought. That's just like a DJ.
They lost Nano.
Uh-oh.
Okay, wait, it's okay. Shoes popping. Shoes popping. He's doing shoe things. Wait, he's actually just doing shoe things. He's gonna hit this too.
Surely not.
Well, he's got Chorong. He's got a Chorong. He's got a Chorong. Oh my lord. Dude, Shu is so fucking nasty. Dementia Ocean does it again.
What's what Yu Zhehong gets on Ana? Surely Yu Zhehong.
Yeah, surely he'll get on Ana, right? Surely he'll just move to the Ana. If you have a job, the hours are shit for the UK. In general, this stream's not for the employed, in my opinion. I think if you're watching Overwatch esports, it's maybe not for the employed. Unless you work like a fake job, like you're like project manager or something. In which case, yeah, you're probably chill. You can just like say you can get to the stand-up and be like, hey, any updates from your end? And then everyone says no, and then you're just like, okay, good. Let me update the Jira ticket, and then that's the end of your day. Okay, Probe gets caught. Goodbye, Mr. Proby. And they're just gonna EMP point. There it is. Oh wait, actually miss Jaehong? Did that miss? Wait, did that miss Jaehong or did they cancel?
I'm not
They
too
didn't
sure.
Did they fucking cancel Orbital Ray? Surely not.
Chicken walk.
Caden. I didn't think of it tier 1.
The best job I heard, as far as
I'm a PM
jobs
doing
go,
exactly that.
where
We
you
got
are,
him.
Like
We
employed
got him.
working. Someone posted on Reddit they had like some sort of government-ish job with a buddy who was so smart he automated the whole thing to the point where they only need to work something like 2 hours a week for a full-time job just to look over it and make sure that it's all working well, and they spend the rest of the time drinking beer and like playing video games and shit
Damn.
because they automated the whole thing.
Damn, this place is filled up a bit. The soup cup's
Almost
been
have to hide
filled.
the plastic seats.
The soup has been filled. They have filled the soup. Let's hurry this game up out of here. Yeah.
It's a stew now.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a stew. The stew cup. I guess to be fair, it's no longer the soup cup. We're now in just full OWCS. The T1 logo makes it look like you're Superman or Superman. Yeah. I don't know where else to put it, honestly. I don't know where else to put the logo. Because I feel like anywhere I'm going to put it, it's going to cover up valuable information. I believe in Ocean. Oh, yeah, just make it full size. Oh, what was I saying? Dude. Oh, Shu. That's what I was saying.
By the way.
What's up?
What we just saw here, aside from the random Kivas 1v1 here, which I still respect out of the order, but and also the Kivas Kitsune rush that went nowhere, aside from those two moments, as I said on Plat Chat, the average level of Korea is so high that even Old Ocean, who I think we all agreed on was going to be potentially the worst team in Korea, is still good enough that they can look semi-competitive versus Crazy Raccoon at moments.
I mean, they didn't look. I mean, I guess that's fair. I guess.
Which is why when we rank them globally, I'm like, dude, we gotta put all the Korean teams a little bit higher. You know, we're giving some of these NAEU teams a little bit too much credit.
I mean, also, I don't know how much Crazy Raccoon or like what their status is for the first match of the stage. Like, I feel like this is what we say. This is the average overreaction potentially. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm simply saying that I would like to see a little bit more. I would like to see a little bit more before I fully commit to that take. Though I think on average you are probably right.
We can see a little bit more. It'll happen. We'll see a little bit
I'll
more.
be able to open it up. But so the shoe story. I had to buy a new pair of shoes. My old pair of shoes that I went to the gym was like fucking destroyed. I had a pair of Nikes called, they were like the Wildflower collection of the Pegasus 40s. I was like, oh shit, I just want to get these. Because don't you just want to be the guy that buys the same shoe again if you like a pair of shoes? You just want to buy the same shoe again.
I'll do that.
typically.
I'll do that.
Yeah. And it was really nice colors. So I'm like, I'm going to go back and find this. Bro, that shoe was reselling. If I had just saved it and not worn it, my shoe, I bought it for probably was like $150 US new. So like not super expensive for a sneaker, but like obviously like semi-expensive, but it's also supposed to last me a little bit. It was reselling online for like $400 to $500. Brand new. It's called the Pegasus 40, the Wildflower. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I should have just bought like 800 pairs of these and invested. I should have become a sneaker collector.
Yeah, bro is discovering what being like a sneaker salesman, collector / sneaker.
Well, it's crazy because the other ones, like I
reseller
can find that same one in a slightly different color, like on eBay for like less than market price. Like it's an old one now. They're the Pegasus 41s, but that one specifically, the Wildflower, the Pegasus 40 Wildflower, it triples at like 4x the old MSRP price. Like that shit. Which to be fair, it was a heat shoe, and I'm really sad that it's destroyed. It was really fucking heat. The Pegasus Go's are insane. Pegasus Go's insane, dude. They are.
Yeah, this is where you start seeing like people lined up outside of a Foot Locker or something for like.
No,
2
I have
days
several
waiting for
different
new
types of shoes. I just only have one shoe that I typically use for the gym.
They're doing it because
I have one trainer shoe for like lifting and running and
If you ever
stuff.
wanted to see what a scalper looks like in real life, just look at the people who wait in shoe lines.
I forgot Twitch runs ads outside of Korea. Yeah. We're not in Korea in this stream. We're in North America. Take your no ad watching ass back to the peninsula.
Speaking of ads, do you see we have sponsors in Korea? Don't you love that?
I didn't
about
see
the
the
other
sponsor
regions.
actually. Was that the
has
monitor sponsor? I believe. Was that like a Zowie?
No. Yeah, so there's Zowie, and then there's also Cherry, which just got picked up for the stage. Actually, you can look at the top right. Cherry
What
for
is?
the,
I don't know what
keys.
Cherry is. I don't know what it is.
They make the keys.
Kappa
They make
underscore. Thank you
the
for the prime.
keys on the keyboards.
Swing should take money from the paycheck and put it into a sub? No, I don't think so. Wait, my paycheck? Why would they take money from my paycheck to then give it to me? And Twitch takes the cut. I don't think that should be allowed. Hollywood. In West Hollywood, I'm going to be at the Pink Pony Club. Cherry the key switch. Oh, the key switches.
That's what I said.
I didn't listen to you, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, we're gonna have to get used to the
This guy
adjustments.
says, "What is Cherry?" I answer his question, and he's like, oh, "I didn't listen."
And we're gonna have to get used to the adjustments here because my ADHD is gonna be working overtime because I'm in like time. Dude, look at the wait. They're allowed to have coffee cups on stage here. We can just have like free drinks up on here now. We don't care anymore.
They're not free. I'm pretty sure they're not free.
Well, they're not free, but you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. That looks like a nice iced latte. What is on the? Is that a chalky milk? That coffee seems too dark. Unless they just literally put no milk in this. That's just no, because also that coffee looks too cloudy. It's not just like a black coffee. What the hell is going on over there? I see a
Max
latte.
looks like he's drinking. Max looks like he's drinking the white chocolate of coffees.
A mocha? A mocha? Is that? I don't drink it. I've never had a. Have you ever heard of tea? That's not a tea. That is not a black tea. Unless maybe they put milk in it, but that's definitely. I do not think that is a black tea. I've also never had a mocha, nor do I drink them because I only drink like black coffee or lattes. So I don't know what a mocha is exactly. Holy, they're all here for the unks? Everyone out here cheering for the unk?
I think
That's
there's
what
actually only
was
one
shocking.
unk on the team. It's an unk team.
Well, I mean, I'm
It's
not.
one dude on the team.
I don't think
just
it. I mean,
raising
I
the
think.
average age by a lot.
I think it's like it raises the age so much because isn't he like 32 years old or something? So he's like he has to take the average to like fucking like 28 or 27 or something, which is pretty old for Korea. He's 33. He's 33 years old, so he has to be taking the average age to like 27, 28 on this roster.
So people forget, but he actually completed his military service.
Yeah.
Before he went pro in Overwatch. Because when he was pro in Overwatch, in the Overwatch League stuff, he was already like mid to late 20s. So the age that we now consider to be like, if we were in Overwatch League right now, even in OWCS to be fair, and you were like, hold, this guy's like 26 in OWCS, like that's crazy. He started there. That's where he started.
Bro is Unk Supreme. He's Unk Supreme. And honestly, I respect the hell out of that. Do you see Roshan's back? Yeah, I did see Roshan's back. Actually, Puckett today during my Marvel Wallace cast, he was really bringing up his old Overwatch League like trading cards from Upper Deck. He had one for me. He had one for Joe Meister. He had one for Seagull, and then he had a Roshan card. And those are the 4 Upper Deck trading cards that he owned. For some reason, were those 4. The Avast card, the Joe Meister, the Seagull, and the Roshan. Those are the 4 cards that he owned. It was Joe Meister? No, he also had a Seagull. He had a Seagull and a Joe Meister. He had both.
But who has the ultra rare Mendo Kusai card?
That's a real good question. What grading? I don't know on the gradings, honestly. Do Upper Deck trading cards get graded? I thought they're already pre-graded because that's the whole point of the company. Ana Band from Old Ocean?
Get graded. Any card can get graded.
Yeah, but you're already buying it from a trading card company, right? So why would you need to get graded? It'd be one thing if you're buying it like second hand, but why would you have to go get it graded? Yeah, the self Ana band's very interesting. I don't know what. I mean, because Ana is very strong in this map. To be fair, if I'm gonna be honest, you don't want to play into Shu Ana. Shu will just clear Jaehong. It will lap Jaehong in the year of our Lord 2025. So
this Ana ban is basically a Winston ban, but then Raccoon just banned the Winston anyway.
They banned the Winston anyways. Yeah.
Ana and we can't play the Winston. We'll just ban the Winston. Because they probably don't need to ban the Winston. I think the Winston's a bit of a throwaway ban on purpose because they
can also play fucking everything else. Yeah, they could just play everything else anyways. They don't have to play the Winston.
Anyway, but like the Ana ban, actually, why did they ban the Ana? Given that Max is in, no one was gonna play the Winston.
Well, here's my guess. My guess is they know that Shu's gonna lap the fuck out of Jaehong on Ana, and they know that they're gonna want to play that. I feel like they must have they must really love the. Yeah, they're still playing this Brigida, or not? It's not even Brigida. It's Kiriko Juno. So maybe they have some. Oh, Freya's in. There it is. Freya gameplay.
Lip is not going to play Freya though. Question?
Nope. Looks like it's going to be Heesang.
I thought that was the Lip position.
Well, maybe. Well, I mean, I guess like, would you rather? It's very weird that Lip would be playing Genji. That is pretty interesting.
He's not playing Genji. Let's see what
he's
he
on
actually
Genji.
plays.
He's going to swap, right? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Tracer. Okay, that makes sense. So I mean, this makes sense, but it's still
Lip
weird.
Tracer more than Heesang Tracer.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, Lip has pounded a Tracer in the past though.
Just trying shit out.
Yeah, maybe we're just testing it out.
Does Freya outperform Soj?
I mean, I guess that's what we're gonna see.
No.
That's what we're gonna see, buddy.
She only has 225 HP. And I think her one shot. Oh, to be fair,
but she is really mobile though. She's also really mobile. Like arguably maybe more mobile than Sojourn too.
To charge the right click, which could be a weakness.
Yeah.
Freya just shoots that shit on ammo, so maybe that's.
I also think her leap is like. I mean, you can see the damage here, or like the mobility. The leap is pretty good comparatively to Sojourn. Like obviously Sojourn's slide is still really strong, but I feel like the leap gives you a level of like, especially on maps where there's a lot of high ground that Sojourn doesn't necessarily give you. You know, in terms of like being able to contest that. Yeah. I just call it the leap. My unks aren't washed. They won one fight. Let's calm it down, but so true though. The Hazard play is interesting into the Junker Queen too, because I feel like Crazy Raccoon when they're playing this Junker Queen, it's like they're really just relying on Max trying to isolate like, I don't know, one fight or just put pressure, because it's not gonna be nearly as good as a Hazard. I feel like I'd prefer the Hazard over the Junker Queen potentially in this lineup. Like I feel like Hazard is like way better for this comp comparatively. I mean, Becky is pounding. Becky is
just kind of got away from that just by doing the updraft.
Yeah.
Becky doesn't look up.
That's fine.
Didn't look up.
He knows it's not important. He knows that's not his business. Becky binds his business. He's like, that's not my job. I don't need to look up. Yeah, I really don't like... Okay, they swapped the hazard. I was about to say, I really don't like the Junker Queen for this comp. Because there's like no front line for you to really fight. And there's no easy back line for you to push. According to an interview with CJ, everyone is playing Freya. See, I knew she was like popular. And I felt like she was underrated. But now that I know that she's like pretty meta, I'm like, okay.
They buffed her again, right?
Goodbye, Kibis. Yes. I don't remember what the exact buffs were, but yes.
I don't know if that was necessary.
Ooh, Proby down.
Oh, Probe used Blade Storm. He's
done
Blade
it.
Storm now.
I mean, they have point control. Becky just needs to live. Becky needs to not die. Becky is dying. Becky unfortunately has bear. She just... I mean, it's over. I do find it very interesting that the E has it feels like the exact same animation as like Ilari's captive son to me when I watch it.
Which was the E again?
That's like the little exploding like thing that hits you.
Do you mean the right click?
Oh yeah, sorry, not the right click. Yeah. It's late. It's late.
You're saying that's like Captive Sun?
I mean, it reminds me of the animation. It reminds the flat. It kind of reminds me of the animation of like how bright it is. No. Am I thinking the right click? Dude, I need to get it together.
He's going to bed after this, don't worry.
No, yeah, I'm going to bed after this. This is the first night on the...
one map of T1, fulfills obligation, and go straight to bed.
No. We're watching the whole damn thing, buddy. Okay, dueling. I think this hazard is definitely a much better swap overall for Crazy Raccoon. Goodbye, Max, perhaps? They're gonna downpour him? Oh, that's a fat downpour, actually.
We like that.
That is actually an insanely fat downpour. Would Luke Wilson give up halfway through? No, he wouldn't. You're so true. So true.
You see what I mean? The bottom tier, the bottom number 9 team in Korea can look kind of competitive versus Crazy.
Okay, but new meta. They're trying shit out. They have Proby Bryant. Okay. They have Jaehong, my Juno goat. He's never played anything else before. They have Becky, as we all know.
You're just agreeing with me. That means yes, they have strong players. Oh, who would have thought? That's pretty strong players. Like the 9th best team in Korea still has strong players. Correct.
Goodbye, Gurum. I'm assuming that's how I pronounce that name. Is Gurum, right? Is Crazy Raccoon trying? Yeah, they're definitely. I think they're definitely trying, but I also think they're trying shit out as well.
I mean, this is like the meta, though. They're playing what the meta is, no?
You're close enough? Excellent. Mind if our boy speaks not very accurate Korean names?
That's the speed ring that Juno has on the mythic skin.
That's the Oblivion portal for the Oblivion remake. Just they had that comp. They had sort of that collab. Wait, the ults are actually going crazy for Crazy Raccoon here. Shockingly enough, crazy squared. They had the ring. They had the downpour. I feel like downpour is gonna be really strong potentially into like Freya comps. I guess it's already yeah, just to catch Freya and stuff. But I guess it's really no different than like Sojourn in that respect.
I don't think you can though, because like you just use one dash and you're out. No.
Oh.
You just dash one time, you get out of the downpour. It's very easy to dodge downpour. It's extremely easy to dodge.
I mean, I feel like you're just gonna have the option to just like try to burn out some cooldowns and you're like, okay, now we go downpour. De-engage. We chill. Did you get Suzu out? I feel like when you watch these comps, like, what is the win condition here right now? I look at this and I'm like, okay, win condition to me just feels like you're setting up just a full dive with your Tracer Hazard, or like maybe your Freya gets a pick, which is like pretty standard for, I guess, the majority of all comps we've seen in OWCS for the past like year, the 2 years or more.
It's the same as playing the Soj comp, but you're just playing the Freya instead of the Soj, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just, yeah, you're just kind of waiting for your hit scan, your long range to do something, or you're hard engaging with your dive tank plus Tracer plus speed.
Why is Jaehong not on Ana? It has been banned, but also Old Ocean banned it, not Crazy Raccoon. So they were just like, fuck it, we're banning this shit. No joint chat? We're not doing joint chat tonight. We'll push the beds together a different night, perhaps.
근데 지금 준호가 트랙이 너무 많이 빠졌거든요. 이러면 이거 되게 깊숙하게 잘 들어왔습니다, 립이. 근데 올가
Yeah, they're getting chased down. Becky's gonna get a recall. Kivitz is literally miles away from support. What is happening here? Look at this back. What's happening to Old Ocean? They have Becky and Kivitz just on the longest flank of all time, solo dueling Lip. They're fighting his ass. They are fighting his ass.
Kivitz wants the 1v1 against Lip. He really wants
But it's not happening. Wait, but he left Chorong. Wait,
for 2 maps.
but he left Chorong. Okay, Chorong lives. Wait, this is a fucking insane fight. When they're doing a really good split, honestly, for Old Ocean. I kind of like the split. They just have to get something done. They just have to get something done. They have to kill something. The rush gets used.
Wait, did that hit?
No.
It didn't.
It's over. It's over. Becky can't do enough. Surely. Wait, Becky does do enough? Wait, Becky's done enough?
I just watched he saying solo ult Kivitz and it didn't do that much damage. It was like pitifully low damage. Kivitz just chills out and lives. Didn't Suzu just stood there and lived?
Wait, Becky
Oh my
actually did
God.
enough. Becky and Kivitz actually did it. And they invested the Ray and now they're fucking donezo. They can't cap. They've actually done it.
Lip back caps.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, the 9th best team in Korea can do this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, that's Freya difference. What if they're just really good at Freya? Have you thought about that one? What if they're just a Freya merchant team?
I haven't seen anything that good from Probe yet. It's like, I don't know.
Let anime talk
Neither
himself
of the
again?
Freya's, like,
That is an
half
interesting.
popping
That
off.
is
I
an
think they're both,
interesting
like,
idea.
Fine. Although maybe I need to see more Freya before I get a good idea of like what I think good Freya is. But
Yeah, I think we need
the
to
classic Surge
observe.
pop off on the phrase. But
I feel like just the
saying.
mobility
I'm just
plus
saying.
the damage, the consistent damage feels like essentially maybe a better soldier situation, perhaps.
bit of Soldier.
It just feels like you do a lot of damage, but you also have and you have a lot of mobility, like a lot of sustained damage, but you also have the burst, which Soldier doesn't really have. Like Soldier doesn't really have the burst potential, but I feel like Freya has like better sustained damage
Outside of one
and
rocket.
consistent damage outside of the Soldier, or outside of the Sojourn, I should say. Like it feels like Freya does more consistent like
I think
damage in general.
one thing I'm actually starting to, as I see more Freya and as I experience more Freya post-release, the one thing that I think is a negative about her design is she's too
on.
right-click based to the point where that might as well be her primary fire and her left click might as well just like either not exist or her left click is basically like relegated to some thing you barely even use or think about.
She's been pushed to the right a bit, huh?
She's full right click only.
She's full right click. She's alt right click. I can't believe it.
Alternative right clicks.
Alternative right clicks. I mean, it definitely seems like you're just going to try to hit that combo.
Is it a combo? It's just like
It's a combo in terms of you just hit everything at the same time. You just hit every shot.
Do you see how like even Sojin is more like because you have to charge the rail, your left click is still super important in terms of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Every time we watch a Frey, it's like when do they even ever left click? The only time I've seen them left click is to spam damage when they're bored, but otherwise they're perma right clicking the whole time, right?
To be fair, isn't like
Right
one
now,
of her
he's just
perks
spamming
like
damage to the spy
very?
check.
Isn't one of her perks like very left click? Oh yeah, someone literally said in chat. Isn't her first perk like it just wants you to like shoot M1s who slow?
Do they take that perk? I don't
know
check.
though. I actually don't know. I feel like
don't
that's
know if
one
they
thing I
even
would
took
still
that.
love to see for the UI is like what the fuck the perks are for the players. Though it's obviously pretty hard to like demonstrate that, but it's really hard to figure out what the fuck they've taken. Okay, Proby on the flank. What are the ults of his reach? I mean, pretty decent here. Old Ocean has an okay-ish advantage. Raccoon's getting fucking pounded. Having to leave. What's the play? Okay, Proby is gone. Goodbye, Proby. He hit his head on the fucking lip of the choke and dies and couldn't escape and just gets killed.
Like he ulted, but we don't
Yeah,
even
he
know what
ulted.
happened. at all. The ult is so sad and like so pitiful. And the ult is hard to make good as well because she gets ult so quickly, you can't make the ult too good.
Yeah.
So that like kind of limits the game design. I don't like the whole bounty passive mechanic that she has.
Wait, a crazy Raccoon feed though through the choke? A crazy Raccoon feed directly through the choke, lose too. What was? Wait, what was this from Becky? What did Becky? I think Becky fucked up. Becky fucked up his recall. Did he expect the elevator to like not be there? That's unfortunate for Becky. That's very unfortunate. That's quite tragic. And they got walled. Wait, they're walling their own team. They look at but Gurum just walled off Jaehong or walled off Kavis on the off angle, did nothing, and then Jaehong died.
Let's go to EMP.
I don't even need it. I don't even need it. They're down the Kiriko, right? They shouldn't even have to, they shouldn't have to use an ult. They should just be able to win.
Do you see that? They picked the health ult, the health perk, the tracking one. I think that was Hisang's POV. Let's see Probe next. I just saw one of the perks on one of the Reyes, and it was the low health vision perk, not the. You're
telling me that right click doesn't sort of give Illari Captive Sun like animation? Doesn't give that to you a little bit? The right click for Freya, you're not seeing the.
Do you mean like? Do you? Which part of the animation?
Like when it like kind of like when it hits them and it's got like the huge like aura of light, like the big ball, you know?
I guess. So it has some of the VFX. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. Confused when you said animation. If you said just like it has some.
Well, I mean, it is an animation. It's not a static image.
So fun fact, every animation is actually a series of static images played very rapidly.
Yes, but once okay, well fucking nerd emoji, but here's the point is that when you view it, it's not static. There's many images moving to produce a moving picture.
I just thought I meant like when you said the animation, I was picturing the whole thing like including like shooting the projectile and then you know.
Holy, fine there. The backline. I feel like also the backline races are way more hectic with like a Freya than a Sojourn sometimes.
Was backline races?
Yeah, you know what a backline race is? You haven't heard the term?
Oh, to kill the backline?
Yeah, like the backline race. Like you're essentially like I've just been using that term a lot. I don't know if it's maybe not as common in your lexicon, but like I've been using that for a long time where like you have like dive comps or comps that are like very pick oriented. Right, and you have the ability to just like burst down backlines really quick, especially if you're like in an ult neutral fight or you know that you're like, oh, that's our target. Backline racist? No, not the backline racist. Not the Shungai to run La Casa. I hate Twitch Turbo. I'm sorry.
What would be the difference between the backline
Twitch
racist
Turbo
and the frontline racist? Is the frontline racist the guy who like goes to the public and yells at people in person? The backline is more like, I'm gonna type this on Twitter.
Yeah, I feel like the frontline racist would be someone that's like, they're just like in your face with it, while the backline, they're covert.
By the way, I checked both
What's up, Nozoki?
Prayers now, and they both are using the health perk. One that you see low health characters.
Very nice.
So Spyro was right. Spyro said that like actually the low health tracking perk might be the one they take. And here it is. They just take that one, I guess. So,
I mean, it feels like it's probably pretty decent for being able to just like follow up on kills, right? Is being able to track that health.
Because no one left clicks. Like left click is just pointless. So because no one's actually using the left click, taking the left click perk just doesn't make any sense. Wait, the left click.
Look away. They're putting Gramps out of his misery.
You shoot 3 bolts to slow them, but if you shoot a 4th bolt, it removes the slow, apparently?
Oh, holy...
Is that what happens?
Holy bug? Holy bug? Against ball, it's decent? Yeah, I could see that, but unfortunately not a lot of ball being played right now. But I do feel like overall... I mean, granted, if it's bugged, then it doesn't really matter, because we're not even going to see it in gameplay anyways. That shit is not coming out. We have one last recontest with a downpour, and that's it. Into the fucking useless Freya ult. What's the name of it again? I don't remember what the name of it's called. An EM. Okay, well I'm not gonna be. That one's gonna be tough.
That's not the name of the ult. That's just what she says when she throws the ult in. It's like bolus shot or something.
Big bolus. I like big bolus, and I cannot lie. You other bounty hunters can't deny. When a bounty walks in with an itty bitty face, I shoot the. I'm trying to. I don't know. I mean, this is it. They got the EMP.
He's trying to keep the bid going. He's trying to keep the bid going.
And there we go. Map 2. Yeah, this is going about what I expected. I will say, I mean, it's decent. It's a decent map so far. Decent showing from Old Ocean.
Like it's not as active as the
I paused.
Soj metas, where
하기 어려워하다 보니까 키비스
Mhm.
Because you don't have rail all the time,
Yeah.
feels like the team needs a bit more active. Some
Are Imin3 and Zest still on
The
Philly's
Freya
Academy
back and
team
forth
T1?
the Freya POV is not as interesting to watch as I thought it would be.
No, they're not, Fat Dub. Bracket for the emo purge. Wait, ignore that one. That's not the bracket that you want to look for. Here, if you want just go to the
Spamming
Liquipedia.
right clicks, hoping two of them land on the same guy, and then you blow someone up.
See, this is the matches for today. Oh, let me hide my. We got Crazy Raccoon, Old Ocean, Falcons T1,
But Freya,
Vex
they
Zeta.
did.
Ignore that brackety purge. We need to fix that one.
It's like Hanzo POV, except Hanzo doesn't even get that fast of a fire rate because Hanzo has to
No.
like charge each shot, and so he ends up shooting pretty slow if you're actually charging each
To
shot.
be fair, if he shot like that fast, it'd be kind of fucking disgustingly busted because he can actually like
Right.
just insta-gib. So I definitely don't think that would be wise to allow that one to occur. Hello, Cutter Cookies. Cutter Cookies, why are you up? I feel like I see you in my like regular streams and now you're up here. When do you people sleep? Okay, I have an excuse. I'm here to support my long and storied history with T1. Hello, Wolski. So glad I brought this T1 this is great content while working. Thank you. I did get bought by T1 to a degree. Never were all needs. What would you say is like the average sleep schedule of your chatters, Avril? Would you say that you have a very like well sleeping chat, or is this? Would you say that your chat is like on average like they don't sleep?
I think my demographic is majority US based.
So they don't
given
sleep.
the time it is now for me, it's probably mostly DGen Americans with a mixture of Europeans waking up at a healthy hour.
That's what it seems like. It seems like the current iteration of my chat is a similar, perhaps. I've only slept for 3 hours the past week, bro. You need to see a doctor. You need to go. They need to put your brain in a machine. They need to put your brain in a machine, and they need to read the brain waves.
I wish I could put my brain in a machine. I wouldn't need to sleep anymore if my brain was in a machine.
Dude, honestly, I would absolutely hate at one point in my life if I have to get an MRI. Because, like, you know you can't, like, move in those. Like, you have to sit, like, so fucking still if they're doing, like, an MRI or a CAT scan of you. And you have to, like, just sit there. So I feel like I'd be in there and I'd just want to go, like, ah! I'd be wanting to, like, fucking writhe and break out like I'm in the pharaoh in coming alive. I don't know. I just can't. It's because I'm kind of claustrophobic.
You don't need to sit there for, like...
It's a decent amount of time. No. It's like
seconds.
no, if it's like an MRI or CAT scan, it's like, isn't an MRI like a long ass time though? Isn't it like 10 fucking minutes? Or like more?
No, you don't have to sit there for... No, what the fuck?
No, someone just said the Imster. I have a 45-minute MRI coming up at 8 a.m. These are first to 3. Yes, they are. You watch too many movies? Really? I thought they're kind of long, depending. And like, to me, it's not that I have trouble staying still. It's more so I'm kind of claustrophobic, and I'm like, I feel like I'm enclosed in. I'm gonna feel the need to like bust out. MRIs take 30, 60 minutes. Yeah, MRIs take a long fucking time, I feel. Maybe CAT scans don't. Maybe CAT scans don't, but MRIs do.
I recommend a nice claustrophobic.
Why would I want you recommending something claustrophobic?
I guess it's a comic. It's like a Japanese comic. So what would that be? Would that be like a manga technically?
Is all Japanese comics called manga? I don't know.
Yeah, is that how it is? If it's a Japanese comic,
I don't know.
Is it a manga by default? I guess it's a manga then. I'm gonna recommend you a claustrophobic manga.
Dude, like when they tell me about shit about like, when they tell me stuff about like, when like these cave divers went diving into the devil's asshole cave in Arizona, and they went sideways before getting lodged and drowning in a pool of their own blood in 48 hours. Rescuers tried to pull him out, but he was wedged in too tight. And I'm like, why the fuck do people like? You will never catch me in an underground cave system in a million years. Never.
Have you seen the meme of the dude about to crawl in a hole and he says, "It was made for me. This is my hole." He's
Thank
about
you,
to
Mel.
climb into the
Thank you for
man-shaped hole in the
changing
wall.
that.
You haven't seen that meme?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen memes of that effect, essentially. I've seen memes to that effect. Because, like, when someone is, like, saying, like, I just see people, like, they're, like, a guy that records a video of, like, him, and he's, like, squeezing through, like, a worm, like, 1 inch at a time, like, in the cave, and he's like, oh, we've made it to mile 28. What comic?
The comic.
I haven't read it. I haven't. Of which comic? Of which meme? The Nutty Putty?
The claustrophobia one. No.
Well, you just. When did you send it to me? When did you send it to me? Just now? Why?
Right. I will send it to you right now. Yes.
Well, you're asking me if I've read it. How? But you haven't sent it to me.
No, I haven't. I didn't ask if you. I asked if you heard of it. If you heard about the meme.
Oh, I mean, I've heard of memes to that effect, so I'm not quite sure what this exact one is, but I know of the claustrophobia meme. If you got a fantasy OWCS roster, I haven't made it yet, but I should. I will.
This is the meme.
Okay. Where did you send it? In DMs?
In DMs. The image is the meme, and then the
yes, I do know this.
Is the whole comic, is the whole manga.
Yes, I do know this one. Of it was made for me. Yes, I do know this meme. I do know this image. Degen Overwatch viewers, when they see the stream go live at 4 a.m., this hole was made for me.
I'm trying to remember the context of when I first saw that meme, because I remember it being funny. I was like, I remember it being like, holy shit, that's perfect. Where did that come from?
Google the Nutty Putty, dude. I know about Nutty Putty Cave. Don't you worry about that. That's what inspired my devil asshole rant. Like when people get in there, no shot.
I've watched the video of 2 people. Nothing bad happens here, but it's just a very claustrophobic video of people going spelunking, of caving, and
I did hear about the Portillos and the
girl who
Culvers
just wants
in the
to
Vatican.
try it out.
The Portillos, yes.
And this guy who's like a lot more experienced. They just go through
Big
the
day for
cave system.
Chicago.
Again, nothing bad actually happens. It's not a fucking, they don't like die in there or some shit. It's a YouTube video. But just the entrance to the cave is so small. They purposely made the entrance of the cave is like a man-made thing. They covered it up.
So they did it as like a test to see if you can squeeze through that.
Yeah, so basically the entrance of the cave is man-made and purposely made fucking tiny, so that if you can't fit into the entrance, you cannot traverse the cave, because that's how small the cave is going to get at various points as a test, right? And just seeing the entrance,
Hi, Avast,
the man-made entrance, you're like,
that
holy
Overwatch
shit.
esports has fallen off so bad. He had to do
it
LAN
was
events
like
like
blowing my mind. It's
TF2.
like, that's insane.
What do you mean LAN events like the?
My ass wouldn't even fit in the entrance. Which is
I mean,
like,
I would.
thank God.
I mean, I would never. You would never catch me in a million years near it. You tell me like, hey, we're going near the fucking hellish cave of torment where you have to squeeze your ribcage tight to like get through these little crevices. I'd be like, fuck you.
Okay, I'm trying to remember the video. What's the video called?
74 months is like 10 years. Well, let's just say that Maldo's one of the goated chatters of our age. They don't really make him like that anymore. We respect Maldo in this house. I feel like this is gonna be dude. You don't need to remember because it's hell on earth. Okay, you don't remember because it's hell on earth. If you or someone you know is going caving, all you need to do is watch The Descent, and you'll never want to do it again. Even though that's entirely fictional and there's no underground cannibal monsters that exist in the Earth's crust.
That was
OMG
See, here's the thing.
APAC stream. Does
the
Chengdu
entire
play
Hello, Hopper
premise
GGs.
of underground monsters that just
Chengdu
live there,
might.
like humanoid monsters.
They do have Jinmu.
It's the same argument
Not
I
in this
had
one. Not in Korea,
for
obviously.
the Bone Tomahawk movie with the Native American cannibal tribe living in the mountains. Like, it's just not possible.
Yeah, I don't see how
Just
they
can't
would
have
live
that shit.
underground because they just don't get enough food. You know, it just wouldn't make any sense. I think it was
The whole
suggested
the
they
whole
were
premise-
cannibalizing themselves, though.
Well, then your species, wouldn't you just die out then if you just cannibalize yourself? Your whole
No, because I
just
think
dies
it's
out.
kind of like a race. They're kind of like they're backline racing. I think they're essentially backline racing where they're just like popping them out. They're popping them out really quick and then they're just eating them really quick.
Isn't the premise that they actually leave the underground cave to go hunt for food?
In the Descent?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I thought that's what the premise was. I know the people in the movie go into the cave, but I thought the premise was also that they sometimes go out and hunt. Anyway, if it is that they go on a hunt, At that point, it's like, why would you even live in the cave? At that point, just live above ground so you get like better.
Well, because
access
it's
to food.
they don't have sunscreen. They don't have sunscreen. Their skin will
They eat
burn.
rocks. Ah, yes. Of course.
They won't have that opportunity. Also, I find these bands, I mean, Old Oceans of like the Pharaoh band, I'm like, okay, sure. The Juno band's so funny to me because it's like Jaehong, it's the backline, and it's like, okay, we're gonna move Jaehong's Juno. Like, I think that's a very funny target ban. Shu avoiding it against Jaehong. He fears the Unk.
Yeah, and then Shu doesn't play it. Oh
Yeah,
my god, that's
yeah.
hilarious.
This is very interesting with the Baptiste to just to have the lamp and play the corners of the window. But I mean, this is like, if there was ever a map for Baptiste, I mean, like, it's Circuit Royale, you know? Dude, wait, this is crazy. This is the double Archer comp. We've never had this before. We've never had a double Archer composition. Freya, we have Freya and Hanzo. We literally have the Mountain Blade, like, fucking Bannerlord composition. This is crazy. I've asked, who are you? That's a player. Bro, streaming at European hours? Oh yeah, I am. Old Ocean is on the better Shimada comp. Well, there's one Shimada. Can't call it better Shimada. I feel like it's problematic to say it's better Shimada when we add in Freya. Goodbye, Becky. Goodbye. Wow, they actually really said fuck you, Becky. They solo flux Becky and then Dragon.
This has actually been the most one-sided map so far, and it's because we're looking at the Max Sigma map.
Yeah, the Max Sigma.
He just gets to roll up on his best hero. There you go. Now you can compare the animations.
Yeah, look at the animations. Like, not when it's hitting, but like, I guess kind of like when the projectile. Oh my God, Proby got 2. Oh no, it wasn't 2. He got the summons.
No,
he didn't get 2. He got the summons.
Crowd was cheering the loudest
For the summons. The summons kills.
The best bowler all we've seen, which still only killed one person, just killed 2 constructibles. That's it. Hilarious.
I mean, they don't get much. Sleep's decent, but they've already killed Becky. Ah, it's brother. It's over.
Class?
Like a full summoner? Like the actual full summon? Okay, this is stuck here. Goodbye. Why did Old Ocean take us here? I don't know, man. I don't know why Old Ocean took us here. It seems kind of crazy to take Crazy Raccoon.
Gurren wants. It is pretty crazy. It is very crazy. I think Gurren maybe wants to play. You want to play Night Ring with Tasmonai?
Night Ring? Or Night Rain?
Night Rain.
Night Rain?
Night Rain.
I need to play the base Elden Ring game first. I've never even played Elden Ring
You
yet.
can just play Night Rain. No, you can just play Night Rain. You don't need to play the base Elden Ring.
When are you gonna do that?
I haven't locked in a date with him, but I guess when it comes out, which is soonish. And I guess it would be on US time, so your time. But now you're on my time. Just a little.
So it must be late as fuck.
30th apparently is when it comes out.
Wait, this dragon could be nasty? Okay, they killed the summon. It wasn't nasty at all. It was not nasty at all, and Max is kind of donk walking at them. They finish fast enough they can go to bingo afterward. You're really getting at these guys. You're fucking. They're really getting. You're really getting Old Ocean ass. Wait, but what time do you play on North America if you're playing?
So it
Like
was
with
like
Taz.
afternoon my time. So it'd be like nighttime. It's like nighttime for him, and he lives like. I think he's on Texas time.
Yes, he's in Houston. He's in.
So
He's
it's like what's
4
10
hours away
PM
from me.
Texas?
10 p.m. Texas is. I mean, that was approximately. What time is it now? That was approximately 6 hours ago.
6 hours ago.
Yes. So it's like noon your time.
I guess around that time. No, that's like early afternoon my time. Yeah. What time is that for you?
I mean, 6 hours ago would have been 10 p.m. for me.
Would you normally you'd be awake for that, wouldn't you? Because you say you
Yes.
stay up for this.
Well, yeah, my new sleep schedule is gonna be. It's gonna be like.
So you
I'm
could-
trying to
you
get
could
to like
do it.
6, 7 a.m. bedtime. Wake up around like 1:32 p.m.
Yeah, so this it would kind of work for you time zone wise, wouldn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, it could work. Could work.
Oh shit.
Does chat still say
I'll be back with the
Papega?
good news.
Honestly, Papega has kind of fallen out of the Twitch meta mo though. I feel like Papega has kind of left.
Avast on the DGen time zone. And
Papega's
despite
kind of
having
gone the
never
way of the
played
dodo.
Elden Ring, he's down for Night Rain, which I will admit to you is
What time is it in Korea? I think it's just like
standalone
evening.
game. So you don't need to play Elden Ring. You can just play Night Rain on its own, standalone.
Bro, Papega is timeless. Dude, I think Papega's gone. It's one of those emotes that are kind of gone. Papega's fallen to the way of the dodo. Papega, Borpa, all of those. Like dust in the wind.
I'm keeping it alive. I'm keeping it alive.
I mean, I still have
Gonna be the
Papega.
Grand
I'm not getting rid of Papega. I'm just simply saying that I think they've been
The Grand Archivist of all Pepe memes.
the Papega fandom is dying.
We just have to teach the next generation. All the
Bring
millennials
back
have
the
to
old
teach
ways. Bring back the old ways.
Gen Beta. Pass on our knowledge. Okay, he's saying just hit that shot. That's pretty hot.
Ooh, my lord almighty. That was kind of hot. Goodbye, Becky. Yeah, I just don't think this is going to work out for Old Ocean when they're playing this like Sigma comp. And like Heesang's also hitting
they're
shots
kinda
like
getting
that.
owned.
Yeah.
They're up against Shubat.
I'm not forgetting Borpa spin. Fight the good fight.
Obviously.
Fight the good fight. Rage against the dying of the Borpa light.
Well, they can't. What about against Max Sigma? Yeah, it's just too hard. What happened to playing Brawl on this map? Is Brawl not playable? Actually, I think that's what the Juno ban actually does. In real talk,
Stops the yeah, stops Brawl
prevents
entirely.
Ram, prevents Brawl. Well, you can play Lucio.
Okay, yeah, I feel like you could play
I
like
think the
Lucio
Juno-
Bap or something, but
I think Lucio Bap doesn't work anymore. I think we were quite surprised to see that in Hangzhou one time. I think Brig Juno is now the new.
was the last time we got Martha Stewart
back
Cow?
on.
Not that long ago. Maybe like 2
But in any
weeks at this rate. Maybe 3. Actually, no, maybe a little bit longer than that. A
Hangzhou,
couple months at this
you-
point.
Is this gonna work? No, it's obviously not gonna work because that ultimate is bad.
But it almost worked. It almost worked. Yeah, it definitely, the ult definitely seems extremely underwhelming. I feel like if you have to have an ult where it's like a single target hit, you know, I feel like it should be like a lot of damage.
Which they could make it a lot of damage if it wasn't for the fact that you charge it in 3 seconds.
You charge it so quickly, yeah. Yeah.
The bounty hunting passive restricts the ultimate. If they got rid of the passive, they can make the ult good.
Have you met with the T1 players? Yeah, Faker and I had a chat to chat. We had a heart to heart.
Yeah, I was
Proud
gonna
and
say, in
Dong
Hangzhou,
Hack, we were meeting
the
as I'm a
Ram
fellow
Brawl
Proud
would
boy.
probably go
'Cause I'm a
in
Proud
this
boy
amount
and
of
I'm a
this.
big fan of Proud.
So I don't know if that just doesn't work anymore, if Old Ocean can't play that comp, or if the Juno just shuts it down entirely.
Visa.
I thought
Thank you
Riot
for this tier
Jahan
one.
was on lunatic high.
Holy guy that just woke up from his time capsule from a decade ago.
Oh, the dragon's so nice here.
Yeah, I mean they're just gonna clear this fucking window. I think you're like a second ahead of me.
Nice. Oh, the
But I
lamp was late.
accidentally-
Shoe lamp late.
Gonna the beat. They get to chase. My old Ocean Unks are doing it. Unks still got it. They get they're not gonna get lip, are they? They're not gonna get lip. Nope. They're not. Just May Lucio Bap, you aren't winning the mirror. Honestly, I mean, wait a minute, there's some signs of life. There are some signs of life. Don't give
I
up.
have some ideas of how they can make Freya a more interesting character.
This is the
aside
first
from
game
just,
of the
like,
day, yes.
deleting the passive for the bounty hunting. I actually think they should get rid of the perk as well, which gives you an extra dash in the air.
Oh, really?
I think dashing twice for like 3 shots is very boring. I think shoot dash shoot is fine for the double explosive shot combo. But God, look how bad that ult is. That's fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it is crazy that you can hit that and
but I
not
think
kill
the
a
3 shots-
support.
I think the 3 shots in a row is just lame, and the 2 dashes in a row makes her like ability just to move a little too good.
So you think reduce her mobility, maybe make her ult better?
It's not even. It's only reducing the mobility from the perk. I think the perk makes the mobility a little too much.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for the perk, her base kit is fine, but the perk just giving her one extra dash is just like.
And also, I mean, like, also just like as an aside, when you just look at like when you have the perk, it does look so fucking goofy watching these duels, just seeing the Freyas like zoom around the map like they're on a witch's broom. Like, it just looks a little goofy, like because like they're moving like with the amount of vertical like airtime of a Pharah, but with the speed of like an Echo, like constantly, you know?
Because I'm watching these duels, that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing shoot, dash, shoot, dash, shoot. It's like, holy shit, the double dash 3 shots.
Okay, I do not think Old Ocean's breaking this hold.
They barely broke the first hold. They barely got even out of spawn. And barely kept A.
That specifically what puts her over the top is the 4 bolts over a very short span. I'm sure it's a it feels to me like a combination of everything, but I could definitely, the burst fire definitely seems very, very strong. But like, yeah, the 4 bolts while moving it's funny to look at too. Yeah, you just watch
How many
it.
dashes does she get?
You just watch Probe get 4.
I think you should only get 2. I think it should be shoot, dash, shoot. And that's fine. Anything more than that is too crazy.
I think the problem also with Freya, when you look at her like kit, is that, but the problem is if you like nerf her, it's like, I feel like she has to walk a very fine line because she's like a single target damage dealer that's very reliant on hitting like solo shots. And there's no like, I mean, the right click is obviously like your easy to hit mechanic per se, but on top of the fact that the ult's not that good, like, and she doesn't provide any utility to your team in any sort of way in terms of like how you play around her outside of maybe like some full diving, you know?
I just want the left click to matter more and for her to not just be a full right click hero, you know? And one way to do that, in my opinion, is to make it so that you don't have as many dash resets to allow you to shoot more on the right click. That would actually force you to like left click it a little bit more instead of just spamming right click the whole game.
God, that mullet's hard as fuck. Love the mullet. I'm sorry, unrelated to that, but I love a good fucking mullet. Good mullet on a Korean player.
Got a mullet bowl combo. Like
that shit's hard.
He goes front half Korean, back half Australian is what he's
That
doing.
shit's hard as fuck. Like, I bet if him and Hunter got too close, they could like fusion ha. They could form the perfect bowl mullet combination. So I got the bowling alley with a crazy mullet. Dude, that is the place to have a mullet. Top 3 places to have a mullet: bowling alley, pool hall, bar, probably, or rodeo.
Standing dive bar. Any standard dive bar, yeah. Rodeo, you reckon? All right.
Yeah, rodeo would be hard as shit if you had the mullet combo too. Majed is streaming at the LAN. Holy shit! Alert the press. Alert the press. Majed is streaming. Okay, well, time to pay out the Preds. This is a very easy one. I wonder what the, let's see what were the odds for this? Yeah, they weren't great. There we go. And now it's time for the big guns here. The big guns are coming up.
Accidentally bet 20k in the wrong thing, but now I'm rich. Let's go.
Okay, there we go. Preds up 10 minutes. Jaehong is 12 years older than the second oldest player on Old Ocean.
That's what I'm saying. It's the Old Ocean actually only just is.
It's old Jaehong. It's old Jaehong. That shit's crazy. That is crazy. Honestly, I respect that so much. Just bro is just. That's for the old heads like us.
오늘의 첫 번째 경기 크레이지 라쿤이 승리를 가져갑니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
I think bro's got 3 layers on. I can see 3 layers.
3 layers? 3 layers
That's what
for
it seems
lip?
like to me.
They call him the triple lip? The triple lip layer? Aren't you 5 years older than Jaehong? No, I am younger than Jaehong. Okay.
By
I'm-
-5, right?
By no, not by -5.
좀 순조롭게 가길 바라고 있습니다.
네, 오늘 첫 경기를 보니까 앞으로의 경기가 더 기대되는 그런 모먼트가 아니었나
I will say,
싶은데요.
just these.
첫 경기
I'm not
올드
promoting them. I'm
오션으로
just saying the jackets for Crazy Raccoon, they look comfy.
비밀여행 올드
They look comfy as fuck.
오션이었는데
Not as comfy as a T1 jacket. A T1 jacket or merch would be far comfier. I'm simply saying
최근에 시작해서 이제 많은 팀이
that they look comfy.
일단 작년 이제 저번 시즌 올드 오션이라고 생각을 하고 그냥 저희는 이번 대회 임했던 것 같아요.
오, 그렇군요. 자, 그리고 프레야를 포함한 첫 시즌이
Kevin, are you
We're heading into summer, right?
마지막 세트에는
well, isn't every? Yeah, they're definitely going into summer. Swing confirmed or
About to say,
deny?
is it everyone? No, Southern Hemisphere.
No, I
right?
wasn't about to say that. I wasn't about to say that. I was about to say, Kevin, do you when you work out, are you a protein powder guy?
한번 들어보고 싶어요.
Yeah.
You are.
일단
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who would it be?
두 명이
What's your preferred brand?
이제
Swing, is it going to summer Korea?
된다면 저도 메인 딜러 쪽이
Can you confirm?
생각은 하는데 일단 챔피언이 조금 난이도가 있는
I just recently started doing it again.
해봐야 연구를 해봐야
I was like eating like a 5-6 eggs post gym guy instead of drinking a protein shake.
자, 그런데 이
But then you
마지막
realize eggs are
세트
expensive.
공격이 거의
Yeah.
뭐
Is it going to summer Korea? I don't know. Avril asked. I'm just helping.
하고 싶어지는
Is summer coming? Is it arriving? Did
Summer
they
is
cancel?
coming.
Did they cancel summer?
있을까요?
Summer is coming.
저희가 그거를 해보려고
Doesn't hit quite as hard as winter is coming, but I'll accept it.
콤브라를 좀 섞어서 써보고 있는데
How strict are VCT coach streaming
많이 써볼 것
permissions?
같아요 앞으로도.
I mean, it depends on like what you're asking for, but they're pretty strict. You have to promote all their sponsors. You have to leave room. You can't have competing sponsors. There's a lot of restrictions comparatively.
You have to be pre-approved. You can't stream unless you're pre-approved.
Yeah, you have to have like a good streaming credit score.
팀들에게 한마디 부탁드립니다.
일단 저희를 이제
Yeah,
플레이오프
get ready to promote Coinbase, buddy.
Yeah,
Wait, I think that's League of Legends actually. Never mind.
that's just league. But I mean, I'm surprised they haven't tried to get into
League is
Valorant
same.
yet.
저희가 받아지 않을까 싶습니다.
I think League is the same in terms of restrictions, right? Pretty sure you can't just stream League if you want to.
I think they've loosened it up a little bit because technically for like, even though Riot has similar positions, I believe that it's different teams handling the co-stream rights for both those esports. So, they technically do have slightly different rules. Dude, this is gonna be an actual hyper banger. I'm actually kind of fucking. I feel a tingle. Coming on. The stream is too racialized to be approved by John Riot. The stream is not racialized at all. There hasn't been a single racial statement said.
일단 교환은 어렵고.
Oh, what about the racist backline?
Well, that
늘리는 건
the racist back. That's true.
어느 정도 있다.
The racist backline.
노력도 많이 재능만큼 많이 필요하다 생각해서
When we get the Alabama Grand Dragon,
아니지만 그래도 좀 많이
the Alabama Grand Dragons. They come out with the backline.
What's a Grand Dragon?
A Grand Dragon is, I believe, a position that was held by a leader, a high up leader of the KKK, a very
that's a Grand
racist
Wizard.
American organ. Grand Wizard,
that's
Grand
a Grand
Dragon,
Wizard.
something like that. You know, something of that nature.
What are they just going through like different fantasy things? What are they going to do? Like a Grand?
I don't know what they're
Cleric
coming up with,
next?
man. Apparently both exist.
Grand
Now
Barbarian?
that one's from Anime Gamer Girls. So I'm just gonna say let's check Anime Gamer Girls associations, but they say both exist.
Fact check. Can we get a real American patriot to fact check Game Girl? Because, I
Real
don't know about that.
American. Can we get a real American patriot? I'm from the South. I'm from the
They have
South
both
too, and I don't
positions?
remember. Bro, they have so many. Do you think they're running like triple? They're running like triple fantasy support there. They got Wizard, Dragon, Fairy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're just going through all the different fantasy classes. Maybe Dragon's not a class, but you know.
Wait,
what I
that
mean?
rock
Like,
was crazy. It didn't really matter, but
is there
that rock was
Grand
crazy.
Lich? Have a Grand Lich in there?
No, Grand Lich. I mean, well, I mean that would sound cool as fuck to be honest.
Arch
But
Lich? I think that's normally an Arch Lich. They're just playing D&D. Yeah, they're just playing Dungeons and Dragons, guys.
white people will be like, this shit's so confused, your culture's so confusing, and then come up with like a whole org alignment chart for their racist organization filled with fantasy names. Okay, there's the racialization. We brought it out. It took some time, but we did
got
it.
baited. Someone said too much racialization. You're like, there isn't any, and then something comes
There
out.
it happened. Then
Got baited.
immediately
It got
discussion, the
baited
Grand
into-
Wizards. The Pope is a real American. Get him on the fact check. So true, actually. I can't wait for the Pope to take his first shot of Malort as like, and give like Malort as like the holy benediction for communion. It's like drink of his blood, and you take a shot of it, and it's not like the red wine. It's just gonna be some a little bit Malort. Can you approve my chat, please? Well, I can't even. Where even is your chat? I'm looking for it. Generally, for a project school, I did research on the KKK. You know what? We'll allow it. That got held by AutoMod. Even after I reduced its severity. Wait, that is definitely a black coffee I see, though. That is definitely a black coffee I see. Real black coffee enjoyer. Good for them. A black iced coffee is crazy
like
to
a
me. I'm not
cold
gonna
brew.
lie. Yeah, cold
like a
brew
cold-
black coffee. That's
Iced
crazy to me.
Americano.
Like I
probably all
as
right
someone
there.
that will drink black coffee, but I only drink it warm. I don't like drinking it cold necessarily. I'm not like opposed to it, but I'm not like a cold iced coffee drinker. An iced
Sorry,
Americano?
excuse me. I have an announcement to make. Excuse me. Long Dong Hong Kong. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
The long dong.
That's my new favorite name. My new
Doing
favorite
your
name.
OW fantasy. You know what? Here, we'll do the OW fantasy now. You want to do some OW fantasy? Avril?
Sure. How do we do this?
Well, you're gonna go to the website. That Commander X. Well, first I need to create my account.
That's too many steps, dude.
Swaggy pack.
Too
Thank you
many,
for the
too many
prime.
things required.
Let's take a look. I don't know. It's fine. I gotta create an
Next,
account.
it's gonna ask my bank account details.
No. No. It won't. The iced Americano with a billion ice cubes to drink are just awful. I'm not really a huge iced Americano guy in general. I am an Americano guy just because it's the easiest way for me to make coffee at home.
Guys, look on screen. Who's the person sitting in the middle? I don't recognize him. Harpen looks very different. Who's that?
There we go. I'm making my fantasy account. It's being made.
Just a local farmer. Ah, I see.
Oh my god, it's checking to see. It's giving me to make sure I'm not a bot. I'm having to do prompts.
Oh my god, I have to select the fire hoses and I have to select the pedestrian crossings, select the buses. No, dude, I can't do that.
Can't they just like not have any protections? Okay, there we go. I'm in. I've done it. So I need my tank players. What's my what's the budget? I got a budget of 100 of untold units. Let's go to my support line though. I need my goats. Wait, what? Where are they? Wait, did they not do this in order? Or is this by team? Oh, this is by team.
Why don't you
I was
just
like,
select
what's-
all the Crazy Raccoon? If you select all the Crazy Raccoon, you just win fantasy automatically.
Like, oh wait, this doesn't have Korea. It's just NA and EMEA? Because it's Face It stats?
You gave this website your personal information and even confirmed that you weren't a bot just to play NA and EMEA fantasy.
Oh, brother. We've been
Wow.
scammed. We've been scamazed. I'll do it anyways, but I've been skamazed, honestly. Not gonna lie.
Supernova.
All of Supernova. That is a good one. I guess here, wait, let me go to this. There we go. Let's go back to all. Okay. So I need this for support first. Do I even I can just only do this. I get this is not a very easy Ringo. You're killing. This guy's getting me. This guy's getting me. Bliss, I can't even pick Bliss anymore. Bro's gone, potentially, it seems.
Bliss. Wait, where did Bliss go?
Well, because oh no, not Bliss. Sorry, I'm thinking of Faith, not Bliss. My bad. I'm mixing them up. I gotta think about what I want my backline to be here. If I'm just using NA and EMEA, I gotta think. It's a tough call.
How many Koreans can you pick? Can you pick Faith? No, not Faith. Bliss and Twilight.
You could pick Bliss and Twilight if you wanted to. That is an option.
When you say based on Face's stats, are they like, do they have to play in like Face-It matches, or how does it work?
Max 2 players per team. Well, I think I'm gonna take Gala. I feel because when I look at my main support picks in EMEA, no, actually, I might take Fixa. No lie, I think I'm taking Fixa because look at the fucking ultimates. Look at my ultimates backline, bruh. We're not making it out the hood. I think I'm taking fucking. I might take Fixa out of this.
One year, I can't remember, it was 2021 and 2022. We had like official Overwatch League Fantasy, and a bunch of us in the talent were doing it and like competing for fun. And I remember it fell off within like 2 to 3 weeks, and then no one did it anymore.
Yeah, I'm taking Fixa. Fixa, bro, I want you to look at this list of NA and EMEA main supports. Fixa's on Virtus Pro has looked pretty good. Like, I'm not, like, it's not that the other main support players are necessarily bad, but I feel like Fixa's going to be farming a lot more stats comparatively because Virtus Pro is just going to farm the region.
He does get aggressive.
Like, I think he's going to farm his stats.
He likes to run in and get shit done. So, maybe not a bad call.
Two flex supports? If I could afford, that's true. 2 flex supports might be a better call. I guess I was thinking too laterally. You know what? Let's remove him. I mean, if I want 2 flex supports, I have a very... My pick there is I probably take Gala. I take Gala for 1. And then... either like a UV, a RuPaul my goat. I believe with the upgrades that are possible, I think I might take RuPaul. Pick Squid? Yeah, but I don't think Squid's gonna be playing. I've been hearing that Squid is not playing. I think I might take RuPaul just to stick with him. I take my RuPaul. I need to get a good. I need to do a tank. I need to afford a good tank here though. It's based off damage and healing.
Blaze both your sons the next match. Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one. Me when I like both Cloud and Proper at the same time, damn.
What's like the most value tank?
You can't choose all the VP, is that true?
No, you can have 2 players from the team max. So most value tank pick here. I mean, it might be Vestola. Might be Vestola, honestly. No, actually, well, no, Kuffa is pretty equivalent. Infected's not bad value. KSA.
Hey, Kellen. Kellen or Vestola?
Kellen.
Or the stat farmers.
I think the stat farming is going to go crazy with Vestola for VP comparatively to like all the other tanks.
Yeah, I think Vestola's a good one.
I think Vestola, like for the stat farming, is like... Ice Gnome is cheap. I'll give you that. Ice Gnome's cheap. Let me evaluate the roster.
Mag, I'm sorry, the only stat Mag is farming is deaths per 10.
Yeah. Yeah, what about He Sung though for the ultimates? Are we forgetting here? Are we forgetting He Sung?
But For that to happen, Ultimates would have to win, wouldn't they?
I'll put my Vistola go for right now. I'll see. Kuffa beat CR, but also it's not even about who's winning all the time. Why is my Vistola not in the game? Add to the roster. It's also about, we're also doing, this is all a numbers game, okay? This is a numbers game.
The new monitor series continue to evolve.
Wait, Yubi? Oh wait, no, that's Yubi. Sorry, I was mixing it up with like Lambda. I was like, Yubi? No, I'm not gonna fucking Yubi. Am I
Do you
high?
mix the regions, or do you have to make one for NA, one for
You
EU?
can mix the regions. You can mix the
Okay.
regions. Regions are very mixable. Get a chime, maybe get some chime here. Honestly, I think a pretty good like value pick is Rocket. I think Rocket is an insanely good value pick. I feel like Rocket is like a crazy decent value pick, all things considered.
Do you need value picks, or can you just like stack your team?
I mean, you can stack the team, but you don't have enough points because I have now 33 points, so I'm not gonna have enough to like get everyone I want necessarily. Because like realistically, I really want to get like, oh fuck, I almost want the. I think I might end up removing Vestola. I think I end up removing Vestola, and the reason for that is because I think I want to get fucking like Shockwave. Potentially. Or Jwoo. This is tough. They made it hard for a guy like myself. Or I get Quartz. No, Shockwave's a good value. It was pretty decent because he's cheaper. So then I go tank. Ice Dome for 15. I had that called out. I had an Ice Dome for 15 called out. Not a bad idea. Checkmate? Dude, I don't know if I'm going to get checkmate, honestly. But he's in Virtus Pro, that's right.
Imagine if you just built 2023 Florida Mayhem as much as you could.
Checkmate on tank. Like, what could I afford in this? I mean, like I could afford a rocket.
How have they determined the player prices?
It's just face it stats, I believe. It's just face it stats. I have 17 to work with. No, I think I have to take some cuts on the DPS line here. I have to take some cuts on the DPS line. I think I can keep Rocket to allow for things, but I need to get the tank first. It's the only way. It's the only way this is gonna work. I think I'd rather cut the DPS line and get Vestola. Can anyone tell me if Knife is fucking Stain with goddamn Team Liquid? I feel like they're cutting his ass. Tree says everyone is playing. Bro, if everyone's playing, is Knife not just like an insanely good steal? I'll come back to this. I have to see my boys walk out. I have to see the boys walk out.
You just saw Merit and someone walked out. Those are your boys.
I missed their boys. Why did no one add
You
me?
missed someone in Merit. Because you were too busy getting Renko in your team.
It's fine. I get to see T1 walk out. Oh, look at the aura on that turnaround for the T1 roster. Have you noticed this? T1 fighting? Dude, look at those list of sponsors. Have you noticed that one?
Look at the list of sponsors. Look at the giant list of sponsors. Oh my god.
That is a crazy list of sponsors.
It's sponsored by soup? Oh my god. What kind of soup?
Dude, if I had to pick a soup to be sponsored by, I think I would be sponsored by like a Ciopino, perhaps. It's like an Italian-inspired soup from the Bay Area. Got a lot of shrimp, fish, some clams.
I want the most basic bitch Maggie soup. You guys have that? You guys have Maggie soup? Little sachet soup. You
I don't think we got that.
A cup with hot water. You don't have that. Okay. It's an Australasian thing. It's an Oceanic thing then.
Are you rooting for the Florida core or T1? Well, you know, I'm always always wanted the Florida Mayhem core to have success, but you know, as we all know, I've been a T1 supporter since day one, and I've been pretty integral
I've been
The
T1
overall
from day one.
fan base. So I think I'll be taking T1. Plus, I mean, you got Rush. You got Rush. You got Rush coaching this roster. It's very clear that this roster could not only do really well, but also make some increasingly baffling moves throughout the year and still do well. And still do well while making some incredibly baffling moves. We're going to see the type of shit that you wouldn't believe.
It's funny because Aid and Rush used to both coach Dallas together.
They did. They did. Apparently, Rush is still friends with, once again, Weibo. Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be friends with it?
Because he hard through that team last year at EWC.
Ah.
Giga through that team.
Ah.
That would be why.
Do you fuck with the Alpha E swap? No, not particularly. I don't fuck with the Alpha E swap. I would kind of fuck with it if he was a flex swap.
Biggest Frogger moves later.
If he would swap to flex support, I could kind of fuck with it. But I don't know about the main support swap. That one's a little suspect to me. Avel slandering my GOAT coach? Yeah. Trust me, I'm not the one doing it. I said that he'll make baffling moves, but it'll work out. Plus, I'm looking at him in his jersey, and he's got so much aura in his coat, his zip-up jacket.
Well, you know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have a perfect bowl cut like Aid.
I will say, Aid's bowl cut is very clean. Rush has a bit of a... He's got the gap. He's got a gap in the bowl. Swing, could you perhaps advise him on that one?
Advise him on the gap in the
Can
bowl.
we advise him? We don't need a bowl gap. We don't need a
gap
bowl
must be
gap
closed.
for the coach for T1, okay?
Otherwise, the soup's gonna fall out of the bowl. You wouldn't want that.
Like, I need a clean bowl for my coach. The gap suits it. How do you know? For a Korean guy, how do you determine, like, is it like a Harry Potter like sorting hat? Like, does it say like bowl, no, like gap, bowl, middle part? Like, how do they determine? Who determines the hair? Feels like there's two major houses, like how they sort themselves into.
You're born, and in the hospital, the baby gets put into a sorting hat, and the sorting hat decides from birth what type of hair you will have.
Ask your roommate Striker. Well, Striker, if I were to go based off Striker's things, it'd be based off how many, like, how the keyboard smashed that day. So kind of like Knucklebones for a shaman. So when he smashed the keyboard, the keys would spill on out, and the keys would arrange, like, is he going bowl or no bowl? Naz type 9-star. Hello.
The character creator screen in Korea, is it just like the default? Is just bowl cut?
I don't know.
Or
See, that's what I'm saying.
middle
Is the bowl the default? Or is it the middle gap the default?
You go through all the different hairstyle possibilities, like bowl.
Oh, wait, I got
cuts?
it. Wait, I'm getting some... I think it's balding / not balding, says Swing. If you're balding, the bowl protects your expanding 5-head. If T1 takes EWC, will you bless us with the Avast Korean bowl cut? I think if I got a bowl cut, my girlfriend would literally kill me.
Oh, that's good content.
I think if I ever got a bowl cut, she would literally kill me. Is Striker retired? I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw his ass, honestly. That's one of the things that I'm not allowed to touch that much is my hair, because she's like, you got that going for you. Don't mess it up, pal. Do not fuck this one up. Because, like, there's not much else. You don't have much else going for you. Wait, I have time to finish my fantasy roster real quick. Where is it? There we go. Wait, DPS, I think 15? Oh god, this is so hard. I feel like knife or checkmate, probably. No, checkmate's 20. I can't fucking afford checkmate on this roster.
If knife doesn't play, do you just get owned or what?
You get fucked. Yeah, you get fucked. But the problem is, I just don't know how else I can afford this unless I take a hit on like RuPaul maybe, and I remove RuPaul and get like a different flex support. But all the flex supports are, or I reduce the main tank costs. But I feel like Vestola is a really easy pick because he's gonna farm a lot of stats on VP. Get Yubi? I would rather not. Land in a bargain? That's true. Maybe if I swap Rupal. If I swap my guy Rupal. What if I get Bliss? No, I feel like I want someone that's gonna farm more stats. Get Admiral maybe. What about Crispy? Crispy is an interesting pick. I feel like Crispy has, or even Sky. I feel like Crispy could be interesting. Can you please sort by price? Oh my gosh. Price ascending. Here we go. You happy?
The top 5. Easy. Done.
No, I'm trying to bring down the cost here. So you laugh out loud? No, I can't get Fixa.
사실 그동안 팔콘이 워낙에 좋은 모습을 많이 보여줬다 보니까 조금 더 높게 나올지 않을까 싶었는데 확실히 T1의 그 기세가 수컵 이후로 이어진 기세에 대해서 기대감을 갖고 계신 분들이 많으신 것 같습니다.
Rhino, Tree, Zero, Ultraviolet, Bliss is the ultimate fantasy lineup. See, I feel like Bliss is actually... I do agree with you on the Bliss. I think I'm keeping Gala, though, simply because I think Gala's going to farm... I think VP are going to farm so many stats in the EU, comparatively.
All right. It's time to lock in. We have our first bans.
I'm taking Bliss.
It's a Lucio ban. Because Vigilante does not want to play that shit today. It's someone's debut game in Korea.
확실히 좀 팔콘이 치우 선수의 루시오로 템포 살려서 약간 유사 러쉬라든가 그런 조합을 워낙에 잘 다루고 좋아하다 보니까 일단 루시오를 자르긴 했는데 반면에 팔콘은 해저드의 그런 단단한 체급으로
To come back to this, it's such a hard debate.
라는 의도가 좀 돋보이는 것 같습니다. 그렇습니다. 일단 뭐 속도 자체